All right, thank you, Mary. We're having fun today, giving winter the boot. That's right, we're getting rid of winter. So today on social media, we're asking, how are you making the most of this warm weather? Just join us on Facebook at Morning Blend Omaha. We're also on Twitter at OMA Morning Blend.
Part 1 of garage clean out yesterday.
I was in the garage.
Part 2 today.
Yeah, you got to get to the
Good
second
stuff.
half. Warm beer, crumbling kitchens, bar owners who drink on the job. Those are common problems on the Spike TV show Bar Rescue.
Last night's episode put a Bellevue bar in the spotlight and 2 other local watering holes will have a turn later on this season.
They will. Local bar bloggers, Scuba Steve, kept a close eye on things during the filming process in last night's episode. He's here with all the details this morning.
And some insight.
Some insight.
Yeah,
Steve.
we got some good stuff.
Yeah, no, and I'm excited for weenies after we're done here. So I know Kayla's making
She's not handling those things very
yeah,
well.
no, well, I'll let you. I'll review those too.
Yeah, review those.
Thanks.
What did you think of last night's episode?
It was interesting. I mean, it made for really good television. You know, the show has its fans. It certainly knows what it's doing. It knows how to get people worked up. You know, is everything on there real? I don't think so. I mean, I've been to that bar.
Right. For example,
you know, is the guy that big of a drunk? Probably not.
Right.
You know, they were alluding that people are going to lose their homes. If you go to the website on Hit That Dive, I had people in there sort of investigative reporting, and you run the bar as a hobby. And, you know, if you go to the guy's Facebook page, he's building an estate somewhere. So I don't think they're hurting. You know, ultimately, it's good for Omaha, though. I mean, you know, we've had a really good year so far. When you go back to the Peyton Manning Omaha stuff, Creighton, what Nebraska basketball is doing. I mean, we've had a really good year in Omaha.
But how can something like this be good? Is it the idea that there's no such thing as bad publicity?
Yeah, probably not. And if you notice on Bar Rescue, every time at the end, boy, everybody's holding hands and they love each other and they're singing Kumbaya. So now there will be an episode where that doesn't happen that comes from this area as well. But yeah, no, I think it's good for the area. The only thing that really kind of not rubbed me the wrong way, but you know, at some point John Taffer said, you know, Omaha's a meat and potatoes kind of town. Right. Well, meat maybe, potatoes, we're not Idaho. Right. No, you know, so we have there's a lot of good things around here. So you know, a little bit of a stereotype there, I thought. But other than that, you know, it is what it is, and people that love the show. I was in a bar last night, Maloney's Pub, and the people that love it, including Wendy, who owns the place, thought it was a great episode. She was in it. She went to all 3 of the tapings. So, you know, is it good TV? If you like the show, it probably
What
is.
happens when they do shows like this, the production side of it, when they tape it? How long? Because there was a lot of conversation about that when the crew was in town.
They get there Monday, and they'll shoot the stress test. And they say they don't want publicity for it, which is complete nonsense, because they want people to show up there, and there's a huge line out the door. So they're there Monday, they shoot that. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, they fix the place up. Friday, they let everybody back in. They're very disorganized, so we had people like camping out waiting to go there. They were supposed to open at like 8. People didn't get in until 11:30. Again, they say they don't want publicity, but you know, their PR people were calling me, and I put a picture up on Twitter of when it said Sorties, not O'Banions, and within minutes I got an email from their PR people saying you need to take that down immediately, which I did because I wanted to get on the show. I said, I'll take it down if you put me on the show. That didn't happen, but so thank you guys for having me on.
Yeah, so are they going to stick with the changes? Because sometimes the owners decide to go back to the way it was before.
Yeah, and there's an upcoming one, and I don't want to be too much of a spoiler, but it's the bar downtown. It was Oasis. They changed it to Taza Nightclub. It's Oasis again. The guy that owns it, super nice guy, sent me an email, kind of walked me through the story. You know, it's just, he said Bar Rescue actually worked for him. He didn't know how to run a bar. He bought it, he graduated from Creighton, needed extra money, bought a bar, didn't know how to run it. He said the experts they brought in really did help him out. So that was, you know, I thought, now that's a story to tell. That won't make it to Bar Rescue, that it's a really good human interest story. What will happen is he'll be on TV getting yelled at by John Taffer. But again, that's probably better for ratings than telling,
it's
you know.
good TV over the truth in some cases.
So last night, what did you see last night in terms of the transformation? Was it a good transformation?
It really, on TV it looked so. Now, I've been there about a couple of weeks ago. In person, it didn't look nearly as good as it did on television. And if you read Hit That Dive, the one thing I always do is review the bathrooms as well, because if you're in a bar for a while, and they didn't touch those. They're still a mess. You know, they did some neat things in there. When I was in there, back in January, the stools were still all beat up and stuff. So, you know, they put some pictures on the wall. They have an airplane with a wing coming out for a table. That was actually kind of cool. They were showing bartenders how to make an old-fashioned. I don't know too many people that go into dive bars in Bellevue that say, man, how is your old-fashioned? So that's interesting. I think their kitchen opened last night, so I'll go back and check it out again.
That sounds good. You've mentioned your website a few times. It's hitthatdive.com. We'll take a live look at it. Let our viewers know what they're going to find there.
You're going to find a little bit of everything, and we were talking before we went on the air. You see these bars and you wonder, are they safe to go into? You know, and so I wander in there, and generally they are. Some aren't. I write my experience. At first I said I was a dive bar critic, and that's not really true. I just kind of walk you through what you're going to experience when you walk in there.
You're a dive bar enthusiast.
I'm an enthusiast.
Right?
It's a sort of group of people that I enjoy being around, because you can't, BS doesn't work in there. How much money you have in your pocket doesn't work in a dive bar. Are you a real person? You shake hands, you look people in the eye. That's how you're going to succeed in a dive bar.
And that's where the friendships come from.
And that's where I've made some of the best friends in Omaha. And those that are watching, thank you for watching. Some of my best friends are from Hit That Dive that I've met going into dive bars.
Yeah, and it's great because a lot of people do these bar crawls and they go to dive bars. And so they hit your blog up, get some ideas on places to stop.
And it's good for local businesses too.
Thank you.
Thank
We'll
you.
be watching the next 2 episodes on Bar Rescue.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Thanks a lot, appreciate it. So we've been kicking up our heels today, enjoying the return of warmer weather.
Yeah, this is, or is it? Is it a one-day deal? Yesterday and today? What? Oh my! Now look, we
There's
have
the grill
tongs
marks.
and grill
There's
marks.
the grill marks.
Things are looking up. Action 3 News meteorologist Ryan McPike is going to join us, and Kayla Thomas when we come back.